Good morning, guys, and thanks so much for stopping in for another video. Really do appreciate it. If you are new around these parts, thanks so much for stopping in. Yeah, my home doesn't typically look like this, but my family and I experienced a flood here in our home. It's been a month now. Yeah, about a month. And so today in this particular video, I kind of want to share with everyone what a typical day looks like here in the house as we try to return to some type of normal. All right, so right now we're down here in the basement. I'm just down here grabbing these oxtail that I had marinated a few days ago. So what I'm trying to do is cook up as much food in the refrigerator as I can so that we don't have to throw out a whole bunch of stuff. Down here in the freezer, you can see we have just some frozen foods, pizzas, things like that, some extra bread, English muffins, and I'd actually made this mac and cheese and froze it at the same time that I marinated those oxtails. So yeah, I'm gonna head upstairs and get started. All right, guys, so it's the next day actually that I'm making these oxtails. As you guys saw previously, I got a phone call, and the phone calls these days are, ooh, the phone calls are rough these days. So I just decided to finish the oxtails off today. So here I'm just browning them off. They've marinated for, at this point, about 3 days. I'm gonna brown them off, put them here in my crock pot, get them going. They'll cook for the rest of the day, and this is what we'll have for dinner. And guys, please don't laugh at my little crock pot situation. It has seen better days, I know. I've had to actually put some aluminum foil on it to help keep the heat in. If I don't put the foil on there, it'll just never cook. The meat will never cook. So this is my little cheat code for that, but I'm gonna get a new one. No worries, I am absolutely going to get a new one. And if I could give anyone a tip or a little bit of advice, if you're going through something similar to what my family is experiencing right now, it would be try to come up with a routine very similar to the routine you had before all of this crazy and chaotic just mess happened. For me, it's cleaning the areas that I can clean, right? The house is beyond dusty. You can't even imagine the amount of dust, drywall dust in the house right now. But making meals and just trying to clean those areas that I can clean, it really helps to keep me sane, because otherwise you'll just lose your mind behind all of this just chaos. Right here, this is my pantry. I've had to, move some of my decor and things like that into areas where the dust and the demo, all that craziness couldn't get to them. You guys saw my upstairs primary closet. I have accessories and things like that in there, thinking that they would be safe, but now I know they're going to basically demo every room, so nothing is safe. They're going to have to pack up everything and take it all to their warehouse. But look at the floors, guys. So I'm not sure if I've actually shared with you guys some of the rooms, the damage. So down here we have Chase's bedroom as it stands now. As you guys can see, there are no floors. This is just subfloor. They've torn all of that out. So if I come over here, sorry about the lighting, guys. You enter his bedroom here, and this is where the flood started. The pipe burst started here in his bathroom. The way the water was able to move from this area all the way over here, that required them to pull all of this out, is nuts. It is nuts. They've had to take the door off because all of this was wet. And here's the gag. I think I've told you guys, Chase is moving back home for his last year in school. So we were like making little changes and freshening up his room and things like that. And then just a few days later, all of this nonsense happens. So this is his bathroom here. Again, I'm sorry about the lighting, guys. Some areas of the house, don't have power. So that's the floor there. This is the cabinet where it started. See, I need Eric to come with his flashlight or whatever to put light on this. Y'all can't see it, but I ran up here. I was like, where is all the water coming from? When I got up here, this cabinet had been blown open. It was looking just like that, wide open. And when I tell you guys, that looked like, you see the little kids playing in the, what is it called? The fire hydrant, what is that thing called? I don't know. Where what is it, Eric? What is it called outside where the fire department hooks up the water hose? Fire hydrant? God, I'm losing it. It looked like a fire hydrant. Water was just running out of here. And I remember Eric was saying, because I had him on the phone, he was like, well, can you put a bucket up under it? I was like, what? This thing is blowing out water. But so yeah, that's there. This is his toilet area of the bathroom. There's no toilet in there because there's the toilet right there. This is his office. Again, the water just like, it's nuts. This just shows you guys how forceful that water was. Like, it came all the way out of the bathroom over here into another room. Just crazy. Just crazy. Just the weirdest thing I've ever seen. I hope I don't ever see that again. So again, that was his office back there. This leads into his bedroom, right? And so, where, you might ask, where is Chase sleeping these days? That's his closet in the bedroom right there. Well, let me show you where he's sleeping. Hold the line. In here, some of you may be familiar with this space. This was my closet. This was my closet. Chase now has his bed in here. And we thought this was going to be a safe space from the demo. Well, now we're being told that once they do start the demo, everything in this room also has to come out. Even though there are no issues with the floors in here per se, because they are doing these floors here and these floors run into my closet room there, they have to sand those floors. The railing here will also have to come out completely because everything has to match. All the wood here. These stairs, as you can see, well, you know, they're quite filthy because this stuff right here is ashy. But yeah, the stairs inherently, you know, if you look at them, there's nothing wrong. They got to be sanded down to a nub as well. And our bedroom also. You guys know we just did our bedroom, guys. You guys will have to excuse the mess in the primary bedroom, but they got to sand these floors as well. There's nothing even really wrong. There's nothing wrong. They're just filthy right now because, you know, there's drywall dust everywhere, but they are going to have to destroy this room. You guys know we just did this room. This is Eric's makeshift, one of his little makeshift offices. You know, he works right there. That table was actually in my closet room. That chair was in there, but we're not even making up the bed anymore these days, guys. Good morning, guys. It's the next day. Hope everyone is well. I've been better. Right now, I am sitting outside of an apartment complex. I'm getting ready to go in and take a tour to see if this is somewhere that Eric and Chase and myself can live for the next month or so. Not sure where I just left off. I had to delete some stuff off my phone. But right now, I don't know if I said this in the last clip, but right now I am sitting outside of an apartment. It is currently 10:45. I'm going in to take a tour. My appointment's at 11. And trying to see if this is somewhere that Eric, Chase, and I can live for the next month. So just to bring you guys up to speed, we're still at the house. We haven't packed out yet, meaning they haven't come to pack up all of our stuff so that we can move out. The lines of communication between our insurance company and ServPro, who are the people who will be doing the pack out and the rebuild, they just can't get their ish together. One's missing an email, one's missing a call from the other one. Everybody's throwing everybody up under the bus. And so that leaves us out here like, come on, what are y'all doing? Can we get started? So I was just on the phone with our insurance adjuster this morning before I headed over here. And again, he's saying, well, he sent an email to ServPro about the pack out date, and ServPro was like, no, he hasn't. So beyond frustrated with that. The insurance company has had to send our claim for the rebuild up to the next level. Our current adjuster says the amount is too much for him to approve. It has to go up to another level. It's like, it costs what it costs, boss. Let's go. So yeah, we're frustrated about that. They want us to go ahead. We're working with this company, ALE, I think it's what it's called. They actually want us to go ahead and move out. But my position is I don't want to move out until I have a date for where y'all are going to come and get our stuff out of the house. And more importantly, a date for when y'all are actually going to get started with the rebuild. I don't want to be living over here in an apartment and y'all are like, well, okay, the insurance company is like, well, they're good. They're comfortable. So we can kind of drag our feet on, when we're going to start rebuilding their house. No, I'm not leaving until y'all tell me when y'all are going to get started on my house. The company we're working with, ALE, well, it's the insurance company hires them out to help us find, a place to relocate. They get money as well. ALE does. And so they're really pushing for us to go ahead and move out. And I'm like, no, I'm not moving out. Y'all are not going to start the bill ratcheting up the bill. And y'all haven't started on our house. Get started on my house and I'll move out. I'm not leaving before then. You guys will have to drop down, leave a comment. Let me know, y'all's experience with this, right? Have you guys, if you've experienced, something in your house where flood, fire, tree falling on the house, whatever, do you guys move out? If you can stay in the house, do you guys go ahead and move out before you get a date when they're going to start your project? I'm just not doing it, because what's their incentive now to go ahead and get started if we're living somewhere comfortably? I don't know. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. I don't even know if I'm making sense. But either way, I'm here to look at an apartment to see if this is somewhere that we can stay or would want to stay. This is actually close to the house, so that, once they do get started with the rebuild, we'll be close by and we can kind of monitor everything. But it's just a frustrating process. It is so frustrating. Eric and I are type A personalities, like mutant type A personalities. And so for us to turn everything over and just be patient with these people, it's exhausting. It is freaking exhausting. But anyway, just want to bring you guys up to speed, let you guys know what I'm doing today. Let me get in here. And I'll kind of show you guys around in the place. Okay.
So this is our clubroom area. This is where, we host a lot of our resident events.
Okay.
People come down here and hang out. It is free high-speed Wi-Fi down here, so you can work too.
Okay.
We have a nice little beverage station. So you bring your own cup. You can get 60 different coffee options, fruit-flavored waters, tea stations. So all of that is complimentary.
I love that.
And then you can kind of see the pool.
Oh, okay.
So it is a saltwater pool, no chlorine.
Okay.
And then the gas grills, they clean those every day. You
All
can use those at any time.
Okay. Lovely.
And this one is going for $29.34. It is 1317 square feet.
Okay.
The primary is going to be to the right. The secondary is over here on the left. And it does come with this brand new Samsung 55-inch TV.
Okay.
You can keep it, sell it, whatever you like.
Oh, that's okay. Oh, wow. So that's a free incentive there.
Right.
Okay. Okay. And this is the primary?
This is. So this is big enough for a king size bed. I think it's a 11 by 13, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. I like the finishes in the bathroom.
Very clean with the black and white.
Yeah.
Quartz countertop.
All right. Ceiling fan. So that was one bedroom. And then the other bedroom is back this way.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
So it's a nice little separation between you and your.
Okay, yeah, so my son would be back here. Right. It's the pantry. Oh, washer dryer. Okay. All right. And this one is ready for immediate move-in.
Immediate move-in.
Okay. All right.
And your pantry's built in with the cat.
Okay. I love that. Like right now, our kitchen at home has the white on the white, but I love that. Is it the same on the front?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Nice designer touch.
Yeah.
I like that. I do.
Yeah. How do you feel about the layout?
Okay. Got somebody else in here.
It's A-okay.
So this is the tour day. Okay. All right.
So to the right is the primary and to the left is the guest.
All right. I like the floors.
So this is the gray finish. It's under the floor plug. It's going to be on the top floor and it's going to be also this finish as well.
Okay.
It's going to have more living room space.
Okay. Is this the primary right here? This is the guest. Okay. All right. I was gonna say this is good for a guest bedroom. Okay. All right. Okay. And this one is ready for immediate, I think you said, or the closest to immediate. Okay. All right. Like standard
And then the
shower.
one that I was talking about, the one that's going to be top floor, higher ceiling.
Okay.
And it's going to have the living room space much bigger.
Okay.
This is 1177, the work is 1264.
Okay.
So this is going to go to the shower and you'll have a look area right here.
Okay.
And you'll also get a larger patio.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. I hope you got a chance to take a look at the two apartments that I just shared. I'm pretty happy with both, and I think I'm going to choose, well, I got to talk it over with Eric and Trace, and we'll see which one we choose. But like I said, I was pretty happy with both of those. So concerns right now in terms of our insurance company as I close out this particular video, simply they're just slow. They are super slow. I feel that the insurance company and Serve Pro, those are the guys who came, dried up all the water, they did the demo, and we're hoping to secure them for the rebuild. Serve Pro and the insurance company, it's just,
There's not a lot of communication.
the communication is
We have to
lackluster.
play. They're both. You can tell they're both trying, but we have to play the middle too much. We have to play the middle man. It's almost like I was telling you today. We just all need to get on like a conference call or a web call and just talk it all out, because it's like a game of telephone. I just think both parties are really busy and they're not talking to each other about a lot of them. It's the big stuff is handled, but it's a lot of the nuances. There are a lot of nuances and little small details. That
Well,
aren't
I
handled.
think with the big stuff, it's like the big stuff gets handled a week later after we've realized that there was some miscommunication there.
Yeah.
And then everybody just needs to get on the same page. Like, dude, isn't this what y'all do for a living?
Yeah,
isn't this what y'all do?
It's not a lot of coordination.
It's not coordinated at all.
Especially for us to be in the era of email and
I don't get
text
it. And guys, Eric is off to the side because he's over here multitasking. He's on his
Yeah.
computer over here. But again, drop down, leave a comment, let us know how fast was your insurance company, right? I'm really close to wanting to throw our insurance company under the bus, but...
Well, you said our adjuster, who we're talking to, uses our insurance company,
yeah.
right? And he had a tree fall on his house.
Yeah.
And he said,
it's a process. It's a process.
The insurance company is slow. He said they're slow.
What I am trying to do is be patient and kind of view this as we're getting a new house built, and anybody who's had a new house built, you know, it takes about 30 days.
That's it. That's a great analogy.
I got about 30 days worth of grace in me.
If you ever talk to anybody that's built a house, that's a great analogy. It is always, you all almost feel like the project manager, because you're trying to synchronize the contractors, all the different contractors and the builders, and that's what we're trying to do, just to get everybody on the same page. And it sounds like it would be easy, but it is not.
And because there's so much going on, guys, I hope we're being clear when we give like our thoughts throughout the videos as they come in. It's just so much going on in our heads. I hope that we are clear. Earlier in the video, I don't even know what I said. I took you guys with me as I went to look for an apartment. We have to do a move out at some point, because I think in the video Eric shared with you guys a lot of the chemicals and stuff that they're going to be using here in the house, it is toxic, so we do have to move out. And that's called our pack out. Yeah. All the stuff that's still in the house, they have to pack it up and move. Well, right now the insurance company and the people doing the pack out, who ServPro is doing the pack out, they are not really working with each other right now. And so once we do the pack out, then they can come in and hopefully start the rebuild in a timely manner. But I said the reason we're still in the house right now is because we haven't received a date for the pack out. We haven't received a date for the rebuild. And so as a family, we've decided, guess what? We're not going to go and move out, which they have approved. They have approved us to go stay somewhere else. But we feel it's not in our best advantage.
I'm not moving out until the pack out. There's no need for me to go stay. Yeah. I'm not packing up all of our stuff and doing that until. And
why aren't we just going to go ahead and go, Eric?
Because this is still I'm still more comfortable here. I don't want to be, wherever they move us to, look, it's a blessing. The
apartment is nice.
But I want to be there as little as possible.
That's the thing, right? Because once we move out, the bill starts running. Right. Insurance is going to pay for the apartment, but that's on our policy, right? And I don't want to be in that apartment 1 month longer than I have to on my insurance. I don't want to do that, right? They're telling us, oh yeah, go ahead, it's fine. You know, an extra month or two, it's not going to be a big, nah. I'm not doing it. Because also, I said earlier to you guys, I don't want to move out and then y'all around, and then the insurance company think we all good because we in a cushy apartment. Oh, we ain't got to go over to their house and start building yet because they've moved out and they're comfortable.
When we pack out the next day, the construction people need to be coming in.
Rolling in.
Yeah.
Rolling in. I need them over here.
Don't have us move out and then our home just sitting vacant for
yeah. And I will say this too. I'm not sure if you guys can see it. Maybe in the next video, I'll kind of walk around and share with you guys just how stuff looks in here. Our ceilings and things are open, so you get that kind of smell from like the insulation, and it feels very, this level and downstairs, we don't even have air. That's the other thing too. They're going back and forth about whether or not we're going to get another HVAC unit. We have 2 HVAC units in this house. One is fine. The other one got damaged in the flood. They haggling with us over there whether or not we're going to get, can we just pay for the stuff and get the air on around here?
Yeah.
But again, if we move out, like that's what they're wanting us to do, then there's no rush to get HVAC going. You know, there's no rush to rebuild because, you know, we're somewhere cushy in their opinion. But just let us know your experiences with anything like this where you actually had to move out of the house. How fast do you feel your insurance agency moved on it? Eric, I know in the last video, I think you gave them a B.
I'm still giving them a B. I'm not gonna give them a C yet.
Really?
I think. I mean, because what did they? ServPro is not sending. See, it's so much finger pointing because ServPro is not sending it.
ServPro isn't, and again, ServPro, they're the guys who came and did all everything. And here's the thing: everybody is outstanding individually.
Right.
Everybody is outstanding individually.
Right. That's
ServPro was amazing.
Right.
As an individual.
Yep. When you talk to them individually, all these people, they're great.
Yeah. When I talk to the insurance company, I'm not getting the cold shoulder. No. When I called our guy today, he picked up the phone and addressed me by name. I was like, this dude got my name in the caller ID thing.
ServPro is very...
But when you bring the two together...
And that's the telephone thing. I've talked to 5 different people at ServPro. They're all very professional. They're on it. I've talked to the adjuster. But that's where you get into the game of telephone. But they aren't talking to each other.
They're not talking to each other.
That's the problem.
Because I really want to be transparent with you guys. We want to share. Eric said in the last video, we really want to share everything that we're going through so that if in the event you guys go through something like this, you can kind of find little things to, you know, just be wary of. So this is our second insurance adjuster. The first one, when he came out to the house early on in this process, this dude was with us for 24 hours. The next day, he was going on vacation. So I don't even know why they sent him over here. So ServPro is sending a lot of the information to the first guy. Right. This guy gone, he's not even on the case anymore. So we're falling behind.
We keep telling them you gotta send it to
like,
the guy. Yeah.
Come on, y'all. Let's keep up. But so Eric, you're saying you still give them a B, our insurance company a B. I got C minus. I got C minus
for
the
headache.
Denied
any claims.
They haven't denied any claims. They've given us a really good chunk for a rental. Yeah. I get that, but we don't have a pack out date. Meaning, when are we gonna come out of this sweat box? And we don't. Again, we can leave. They're not saying we can't go. They've given us a budget. We can absolutely leave. But for me? Why should I move out just for the sake of moving out when y'all haven't told me when y'all gonna start fixing the place? Yeah. No, if I move out, it is my fear that they're not gonna start.
Right.
So
heads are gonna start rolling next week. Heads are gonna start rolling next week. I think this week we're getting everybody in line. Right. I think we've done a good job of that today. So today, should I tell them about the closet room?
Well, go ahead.
Yeah. So for example, here's how we're playing telephone. As you guys know, if you watch the channel or have watched the channel a while, you know that one of the features upstairs is one of our bedrooms is a closet room. We turned it into a closet room. I did all this custom IKEA PAX shelving. Well, I've been telling ServPro and the insurance adjuster, that's not the easiest stuff to move when you do a move out, just because it's so big and bulky, right? It's not necessarily attached, but I just said, hey, this is something you need to think about because we don't want it damaged. So I told them that 2 weeks ago. I get a call today from ServPro, from the pack out team saying, yeah, we need to talk to your adjuster about that because we might need to make some special considerations or put some budget aside for that. And I'm like, I told y'all that 2 weeks ago. Why are y'all just now looking at the closet room?
The insurance company already said that they put in the spreadsheet that they're making allowances for the closet room because they already know they're going to tear up something in there, so they've already put that in. We cannot keep going back and revisiting old stuff.
But I want to know what those allowances are, because you can't break a piece of that. That whole closet room is designed as one unit.
It's one piece.
You can't break a piece of that and be like, well, we're just going to replace a shelf. Like the whole thing got to be, so we'll see. So
here's the question for you guys. Would y'all just move it into the little theater room area yourselves? Or would you let them do it? Here's my thought on that. What am I paying y'all for? I gotta be moving this stuff back and forth. What am I paying you all for?
Because what it nets out to is what we're saying is they're scared to move it.
They're scared to move it.
We're saying, I think it'll be fine. You can't toss it around like it's solid old furniture, but it's not that raggedy. And we said you could just move it into another room that isn't getting worked on. They're nervous about that. So we're like, we'll just move it ourselves into like the primary bathroom.
In closing, right? Things that I think you guys probably, what are the takeaways here, Eric? Because I would like for every video to have like a takeaway for something for you guys to kind of be wary of. If you are ever in the event.
This is a full-time job, and it's like building your own house. Yeah. You hire people, but you still have to be in charge. You still have to be the project manager. God forbid, luckily you and I work from home. God forbid you got a 9 to 5 and it's 2 9 to 5. I don't know how you would.
I don't know how you would do it.
Because you really got to stay on top of all these people.
Yeah. So if something like this, and I pray nothing like this happens to anybody under the sound of my voice, I pray nothing like this ever. I can't tell y'all the sleepless nights. The sleepless nights. You just wake up anxious. You go to bed anxious. You're walking around the house anxious. And so many of you have said, y'all need to get out of that house and go stay somewhere else.
I don't think that's not the problem. For me.
That's not the problem.
That's not the problem.
This house isn't the problem.
I want boots on the ground.
That's the part.
I want boots on. Where them fans at?
That's the part. It's the fact that nothing is getting done. And let me just say this, and I'm going to let y'all go. They're haggling. The insurance company is haggling with ServPro with a piece of the pack out spreadsheet, right? The insurance company is saying that ServPro charges $2,400 a month for storage. And he's like, everybody else charges half that. Do you know what our policy says? Like, y'all, we have a great policy. You're over here haggling about $1,200.
And then
$1,200? You're holding up this process for $1,200? It's what I said. I told Eric, I said, yeah, ServPro charges $2,400. Everybody else charges $1,200. I said it's like going to a Beyonce concert versus a Keisha Cole concert. You're both you're gonna get music.
Why are we throwing Keisha Cole?
I'm not throwing Keisha Cole under the bus, but we've seen some of the things on the interwebs. You're gonna get two performers. You're gonna get music some kind of way from both. You're gonna get a show.
First of all,
but one show is gonna be a little bit better than the other one. That's where that extra money comes in. Pay these people.
$2,400 is cheap. That's all. For all this stuff,
no, he's talking about for storage.
That's cheap for all this stuff to store all this. Y'all know how much stuff we got.
He said he went out to the facility.
We got a whole exercise room. Like what?
He said he went to the facility.
Like
they claim that there's a vault that they store everything in. He said it's a big warehouse
vault. Yeah.
But he said the stuff is just on a flatbed. I was like, look.
I think that's cheap. For storage.
I think $2,400 for this house is really cheap. But they're haggling over foolishness. But they'll let us go ahead and move out and start running the bill for the apartment or whatever. It's just, y'all.
It's weird.
It's a lot going on. Again, the takeaway here, because I don't want to turn this into a rant over here on our side. I would like for this to be kind of educational. It's a full-time job. It's a full-time job. If your home ever has anything like this, I don't know how two people are going to be able to work outside of the house and monitor this.
You can do it if you're laid back. If you're just willing to let them. We are impatient. Let's keep it.
I told them we're like hyper mutant type A. So, like you can be. We are type A. There's a different book.
Type A plus.
A plus mutant plus another planet type A. And that's why this is just so difficult for us.
If you're very laid back and just go with the flow and trust.
You ain't got no problem.
Just trust. If you're okay with some stuff falling through the cracks and and
just being laid back. Yeah. We're used to having a hand in everything. It's just like,
come on, y'all.
Yeah. I don't even know why this is that difficult. If this is what y'all do for a living, I don't know. But take pictures of everything, guys. Keep up with your receipts. Like, we've paid for stuff and we still haven't received anything from the insurance company. Let me just say this too. Everyone who has sent money over this way, thank you, thank you, thank you. Full disclosure, we're about to close out the GoFundMe. I think we raised $3,000, right at $3,000. Thank you guys so much for everybody who sent money in there. Over on the Cash App, which I'm about to close out as well, I want to say we received almost $2,000 there. Maybe a little over $1,000 there. Greatly appreciate it. You guys know video number 1, number 2 in this series. You guys saw what the money that came in, what we did with that. Greatly appreciate it. So thank you for everyone for the continued support. Some of you have been leaving some really, really great comments, and I apologize for not getting to all of them. Got a little bit going on. But some of your comments have just been amazing. Some of y'all know y'all's Bible. Some of y'all know those Bible verses, the scriptures. Thank you so much. Those are really, really coming in clutch right now. Thank you so much for that. But anyway, Eric, do you have anything else you want to say as we close out here for this? Oh, let me say this too. Share these videos. Please share these videos out. In the last video, Eric mentioned what happened to us can absolutely happen in an apartment, right? So if you got family members, friends in an apartment, family member, friends in a freestanding house, share these videos out, because that piece about that little bitty plastic piece in Chase's bathroom now has us in insurance hell. If I had only known. If I had only known that that piece needed to be replaced, we wouldn't be standing here.
And the valve, that valve.
Yeah, right.
And that valve.
And the shut-off valve. I mean, the fire department, they, God bless them, walked around for 15, 20 minutes outside trying to find the water shut off outside.
So people asked about that. So here's what happened. I wasn't home. So I wasn't here to tell you where the shut-off valve was.
Yeah.
And you couldn't find it?
No.
Nor could the fire department.
No.
But to be honest, guys, by the time you and Chase even realized
when we discovered the flood,
it was a wrap.
It was done.
Yeah.
When I heard the water, this is where Chase and I were in the kitchen, and I just heard water. I was like, Chase, we need the water on in the bathroom. I come to the stairs, water is running down from upstairs.
At that point, if we could have found this cutoff sooner, it might have been a little less damage, but we'd still be doing all of this.
I went around, and I think I shared with you guys the mop bucket that I was trying to get up the water because I knew these floors were going to be trash. And little did I know, they were already done. Yeah. The floors were already done.
Because it's hardwood, and once you mess up a section of hardwood, you got to take it off.
I started seeing little raises.
The hardwood will start buckling. You'll see it when you get water on hardwood.
Immediately, almost immediately. When the firefighters were here, we were just walking around the house because Eric still wasn't home at that time. We were walking around with the firefighters, and they were just like, "Well, we're looking for it. We're looking." I was just looking at. I was like, "The floors are done. Yeah, the floors are done."
But the lesson is, do know where your shutoff valve was. I think had we known, it would have saved a little bit of stress. We wouldn't have had to call the fire department. Maybe a little less water damage, but it was pretty much a wrap.
Fire department.
I tell you what, too. It could have been worse too, because not only could we have not been here, we could have been asleep.
We never
could have been out to eat at a restaurant, so it could have been a lot worse. So check that pressure valve. Check that pressure valve that comes into your home, and check all the valves under your sink.
All good. What is it? Strong pressure in your house is not good.
Yeah.
Be happy if you got a trickle of water coming in. You don't want it too much of a trickle. But the way that water was, when I turned on the kitchen sink that day, I was like, dang, this water pressure strong. But I was like, well, I guess we just got whatever. But anyway, let me wrap this up. Really appreciate y'all so very much. Keep the encouraging words coming in. Keep us on y'all prayer list, please. I know y'all got, some of y'all got direct lines to the Lord. Thank y'all for including us in on it. All right. And with that, don't forget to share the videos out, and we will see y'all in the next update. Hopefully we'll be a little bit further along. Bye guys.